Hey y'all. Welcome to our recap that almost didn't happen, Jill. Cause I am still trying to get out of vacation mode. It's so hard. It's so hard. We just came back from, well, not just, it's been some days now, but we came back from my surprise birthday trip, which my sister's sister surprised me with as well by showing up to Greece. Greece, baby, yes. And we did a day and night in Cairo. So that was amazing. Season, I don't know if anybody gonna join us tonight because we are hella late. We're on CP time with this recap. So it might just be the two of us, but people can catch us in the replay if it's just the two of us talking to each other live. Ashley couldn't be with us today. Hey, MD Terp. Okay.
Oh, love him.
Yay.
You're
All
not gonna
right.
leave us hanging.
MD Terp, mate. You always come through. You always come through for us. So listen, we missed last because again I was in Greece, or we were in Greece. Me and Ethan were both in Greece with our husbands and our friends. But last week and this week kind of go together. Episode 7 and episode 8 kind of go together because the big thing last week, of course, was Nova and Calvin.
Girl, I forgot about that already.
How'd you forget about that? That was a really, really big
Oh
deal last episode.
no.
Well, episode 7 was a little slow because really the only thing that happened, I mean, it was a big storm. So the only thing that happened was Nova and Calvin, which was huge. And then, of course, the big altercation with Ralph Angel and Chase and Micah kind of just being there playing peacemaker,
Being
which
scared. He was
being
scared.
scared. I know, like, I don't know. I mean, I get it, like you don't want to kill somebody. However, I want my friend to be a little bit more book. If
He
my
he only liked to start shit on the internet.
a keyboard, what is the call? What is this? NFT gangster, okay?
He only an
Lord.
NFT. He only want to shake the table with NFTs.
He like, look, if it is not about some coin, he ain't with it. Oh, Emily Tyler says I saw y'all in Greece looking lovely and doing the
Ooh,
cup dance.
yeah.
Y'all did that. Thank you, MD Terp. I thought that the Cup It challenge was so easy, but I'm seeing people just butcher it. So I'm like, okay, maybe we tell some. I'm mad
Yeah.
the camera cut off my little ass shaking because that thing was stinging.
Yeah, you was doing that. I was
Yeah,
very proud of you.
my little ass was shaking in that dress. Yes, okay. I need to always have a little ruching in the back, okay? Because it's
A
part
little bustle, a
a
little
little
rustle.
bustle. Yes. Now I see why them ancient bitches had bustles on everything. Shit, they was probably twerking and all kind of stuff. Anyways, okay. Let's get back to the show. So we're not gonna talk too much about last episode. We're gonna get into this episode, and so this episode is fall off from the storm. Hey S Murphy. And so we start off with Ralph Angel come. I thought it was a little strange, and let me say, I will say, I thought it was a little strange for Ralph Angel to have not been rushing to Darla. Like that did not make sense to me that he was going um to board up the farm that he doesn't own anymore as opposed to rushing home to his wife and newborn baby. Like that wasn't tracking for me, but obviously for the purpose of the drama he needed to be at the farm when Chase's stupid ass showed up. So that's on that. But anyway, this episode starts off with Ralph Angel coming home to Darla and True and Micah looking nervous as our grandmother would say, as shit. Season, let's just give me a quick reaction to episode 7 and just kind of the start of this episode. And I'm drinking because shit, I need to get my little life together. I need to get my attitude together after this episode because this episode was a lot to take in.
Okay, so episode 7 was the storm. I mean, honestly, I feel like I kind of forgot it a little bit. I literally watched it right before this episode. But I mean, I did find it odd that Ralph Angel wasn't trying to get home. Like, what the fuck is that all about?
Yeah,
Micah was definitely acting scary.
he was.
And it was, but I mean, I get it. Chase That motherfucker showed up talking cold cash shit. Like,
Right.
yeah, oh, you in college? Yeah, I'm in a frat. You can't take drunk bitches home no more. And whoop, whoop, whoop. And I got this hoe out here talking about. And the thing is, he knew where he was. So it was just really odd to me that he was running his mouth like that. But he was running his mouth to the right one because he got that ass whooped. But it just that whole scene, I don't know. It was just kind of weird to me. It was very satisfying to like
Oh yeah.
see him get roughed up like that. And it's kind of sad at the same time, like, because there's a lot of men out there who think just like that. And having a son, I'm already worried about him going off to college and just dealing with, because I'm just that whole scene was just like, ugh, it was so fucking cringe. But it ended up with him getting punched in the face. So who doesn't want to see that happen to an asshole?
Yeah, actually, I didn't think that it was really that shocking just because this guy, first of all, he's a politician. He's powerful. He's obviously more wealthy. And, he has that hubris. And I think that there are a lot of men out there. I won't say a lot of men. I would say that there are rapists, okay, out there who really feel like it's their prerogative to take whatever they want to take, whether a woman wants it or not, whether she's able to consent or not. And there are people who think, how because they have certain looks or because they have certain status or whatever the situation may be, they can get away with whatever. And so, the fact that he came up there talking shit, like thinking he had a friend in Jesus with Micah being a frat boy or whatever, and not really taking the cues of the fact that you're in Ralph Angel's face, and Ralph Angel clearly wasn't with the conversation. But I did appreciate how Ralph Angel immediately was like, hold up, who the fuck is this motherfucker right here? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was on it real quick. So that was good discernment on his part. And honestly, I was like, well, if there was ever a time to murder a nigga who raped your wife, this will be it, because it's in the middle of the storm. Nobody knows that he's there. Nobody knows that you're there. Y'all already got bodies buried on the land anyway. It was just Micah was the wrinkle in the plan. Like, if Micah wasn't there, it would have just been a homicide. And I would have been there. And we would all have been like, well, the bones are buried, Yep. That land already got bodies anyway from the last storm. I ain't trying to be insensitive, but let's just be honest. So, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that Ralph Angel nucked and he booked, okay? Because I feel like this warranted the violence. I just feel like, I didn't want it to be like, stiff upper lip, Ralph Angel, like seething with anger. Like, I wanted him to have that release. So I was really happy about that. And I just felt like Micah should have got some licks in too, like, and then you be like, okay, hold on. Like, okay, let's not kill the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been appropriate, but Micah is a scary ass little bitch. Anyway, I love Micah, but he's scary. So he ain't the one that you want on your team. You want somebody who's like gonna hold the strap. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that was that. But so we come back, and Mike and Ralph Angel is still on edge. As Murphy says, he did what he's supposed to do for his family. Period. And the point blank and the period. But like I said, that would have been a perfect little cover for a homicide. I'm just saying that. And I'm not advocating homicide in real life. We're talking about a fictional show. We're talking about fictional characters, okay? Don't report the video. Anyways, so Ralph Angel is still, hey, Mr. Boston. Ralph Angel is, still knowing Chase is out there somewhere, which is crazy that this motherfucker went and ran out the house and went back to DC. And Micah is just really nervous about the situation. So they run to the rescue of the co-op. Now, Season, we know Mr. Troublemaker. I don't know what his name is, but he's always the naysayer. He's always the contrarian. That was his farm that they went to save. So finally, after him getting the personal benefit, ain't that something that happened?
So the co-op. Now he's like, oh man, I love y'all.
He's like, yeah. Now I see the reason. Like, what wasn't clicking before? But Anyways, so okay, let's move. I mean, actually, like, not a lot happened in this episode, so this really might not be a long recap. So, anyway, Darla wants to get to the mill, which they never did show her get to the mill because Ralph Angel was like kind of being like, no, y'all need to stick together or it won't. So, Darla and Violet and Billy go to the diner. And there, Violet gets a call from Jimmy Dale. Jimmy Dale is in a hospice or whatever. And my TV went out a little bit. I don't know if I need a new TV or a new cable box or whatever. So I didn't quite catch what happened, but Billy said she wanted to see Jimmy Dale. But then tell me about that part.
Okay, so Jimmy Dale's on his deathbed and he wanted to basically make amends with Aunt Vi, and she was like, nah, I'm all set. I don't have shit to say to you.
Right.
But she approached Billy and was like, hey, Jimmy Dale, he's about to die. So if you want to, talk to him and air your grievances out, now is the time. And so that's when she was like, yeah, I want to talk to him. And then she did her little rehearsal with Nova.
So I saw the rehearsal, which I was like, yes. Billy, act Tammy Townsend. I was like, okay, I've not been hard on her character all season. Because I'm just like, we do not need to get invested in whatever this little mysterious situation she has with her little not husband, whatever. However, Tammy Townsend did her thing as Billy this episode. But what I was confused about was, did she talk herself out of seeing Jimmy Dale in that? Or was that like her rehearsal for real and she's still going to go see him? Because I could have sworn she said, like, you don't deserve to see me. So I was a little confused by that. Y'all in the comments let me know, like, what was your takeaway? Because when she said, I hope you rot in hell, and she was going in on this motherfucker, I was like, yes. But then I was a little confused because I was like, okay, so this is it. This is her release. This is her cathartic release. This is her closure. Or is there going to be another scene? Like, what? Did I miss something or what?
I don't know. I don't remember hearing that. So
I feel like she said, you don't deserve to see me. You don't deserve to see something or another. So I wasn't really clear. But whatever the case.
Would you cut somebody out on their deathbed?
Fuck yeah, I would. Like, I don't know. No, you know what? Honestly, nobody in this world has any kind of, I'm not trying to be like, full of myself, but like nobody has power over me like that. So I mean, I probably wouldn't give a fuck. I probably would be like, yeah, you deserve to die and I hope you burn in hell. But that would have just been like me on the phone kikiing with someone like, oh shit, that's fucked up. Not, but I don't know. But for her, like, it's crazy because her whole life is really altered by this accusation of her sleeping with a married man or whatever. And then it really kind of made a little bit more sense too about why she felt so damaged by it, because he kind of was like manipulating her, trying to make it seem like he was really supporting her dream of being a lawyer. So it kind of makes sense like why she never became a lawyer. She was a paralegal, because she just didn't believe in herself. Like, he killed her self-esteem, killed her dream. So a lot of her plot kind of came together in that moment. Mm-hmm. So I get why it was a big deal for her. But I was just confused, and nobody in the comments is helping me out. I was just confused if that was it for her, and she just felt satisfied. But her and Nova gonna get that tear, and I appreciate that. Okay, because to me, and I don't. This is gonna sound bad because I don't talk about black people. I'm rooting for everybody black, but not all black actresses can get that tear out. You know what I'm saying? Black actresses, sometimes they cut away and they come back and then they got the little water drop.
Now that you think of, Nova be crying just as much as Ralph Angel do.
All I'm saying,
she might be crying. She might have cried more than Ralph Angel.
I think Nova definitely has more crying scenes. I definitely think so. Okay, Lydia says she was telling her what she would say. Yes, we know it was a rehearsal, but was she saying that she was not going to? So she's not going to see Jimmy Dale. Lydia, help us out. But anyway, I thought that was really powerful. I also thought it was interesting too how Nova or season. You have any more reaction to Billy and her monologue and her powerful moment?
No, not really. I did think it was interesting how she said he supported her dream and killed it at the same time. That was fucked up.
That is fucked up.
You can't.
That's messed.
I mean, you can't do that, dog. You can't let people steal from you like that.
That's true, but also like you can't.
She said, "I don't know."
Lydia's confused. We all confused. Obviously, everybody.
I think she's still gonna see him. That's what I think. Why not? Go cuss.
But it don't hit the same way twice. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like she should have saved some because you hope you right in hell. That was good. I wanted to see her say that to Jimmy Dale. But the one thing about them evil motherfuckers is they'll sit up there and laugh in your face. So I don't know. That might not be satisfactory for you. You might be like, go to hell, and they might be like, after you, bitch. And then how do you feel? You know what I'm saying?
So we gonna be up in there arguing because I ain't passing up no opportunity.
You ain't. So you will cut somebody out on their deathbed.
Come on. Who are you?
Do you have any candidates right now that you
absolutely?
Okay, in the comments. This is the detour. If you have a candidate for who you will cuss out on their deathbed, leave it in the comments. Okay, who would you gonna tell us who you would cuss out on their deathbed?
Girl,
Don't tell me you got a list.
I got at least 2, maybe 3.
Okay, damn.
But 2 of them are exes.
Okay.
And 1 is an ex-family member.
Ex-family member. Damn. Okay. Jeez. Okay.
He got divorced out the family.
Divorced out the family. Shit, I'm trying to remember who.
Bitch, our ex-stepfather.
Oh, okay. You were custom out on his. I bet you already custom out. You need to go back for round 2.
I'll spin the block on him a few more times.
Yeah, I got nobody.
I got 3.
You got 3. Okay.
I got 3.
I think 3 is a high number for deathbed cussing out.
It is not. I don't think it's a high number.
Okay, let's see. MD Turf says I would cuss on my grandfather's second wife on her deathbed because she was an evil bitch. She was his 5th wife, and she was a gold dagging half.
See, come on.
So she was the 5th and she was the 2nd and the 5th. Ooh, so he circled around the block on her. I don't know that might mean your granddaddy might have liked it if he circled back from the 2nd and the 5th.
I know that's an MD Turp. Read the bitch.
You gotta clarify what happened with that situation, or if I
have no issue with that. I think that's awesome. Cuss that bitch out.
Oh, okay. It was her 5th marriage. Ooh, so she was loving him and leaving him. Okay, I got you.
Yes, cuss that bitch out. It's a lot of people who would cuss out the wives of their daddies or grandfathers.
Oh,
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of. That's very common. Very common.
Yeah, I guess the side bitches because them old motherfuckers been. They had outside babies. They had outside girlfriends.
See, the side bitches are nobody when the man died. They don't even get mentioned in the obituary. It be the wives. Ooh, it be the wives.
It be the wives that be the problem.
They be mad.
Well, at the end of the day, Billy was selling wolf tickets because she's not gonna say that to Billy.
Billy, go cuss that man out and move on with your life and go be a lawyer with your fine ass husband or whatever he is.
That's one thing I cannot relate to Billy on. I don't know why she ain't fooling with her husband, who obviously has put up with her shit for 20 years. Okay, or not husband. But anyway, okay. So MD Turp and Season are the pettiest ones in the chat. I like I said, I have no takers yet. I'm not saying that that will never be the case, but I personally don't think people give a fuck if they wrong you. So
it's not either.
Yeah, so to me, it's like, okay, what's the point of like going off on them because they don't give a fuck anyway they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like they just like whatever. But some people need that release, so I understand it. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Where are we? Okay, so all right, so Jimmy Dale is dying. One thing I will say, I do like how this like Queen Sugar knows it's its last season, so it's revisiting everything. It's closing up every loose end. Like so many times, there's a last season, and it's like y'all open up new doors. Like this ain't shit ain't about to come on, ain't about to close. You know what I'm saying? So I do appreciate the circling back or whatever. Now they did introduce a new plot with this whole Nova's first love situation.
Okay, so I missed the very beginning of that scene. Did they run into each other randomly or did they
No.
link up? What the fuck happened?
So Nova went to the restaurant of this woman. I forget what her name is. Y'all help us out. You know, Camille, you know, we so bad with the names on here. So Nova went to Camille's restaurant, I guess, because Billy was gassing her up, like, oh, you know, you're the woman that you want to be now. Look, lightning don't strike twice. Now, Nova had her restraint with Calvin because at the end of the day, Calvin beat the shit out of a black man, and that's not on brand for her to deal with police brutality. But
okay,
it is.
So my question with Calvin, did they end on bad terms?
Well, that ended with him turning himself in. And she just could never kind of get over that because, again, it's not with her brand. Her brand is like power to the people. Like, yes, she was dating a white cop, but a white cop that brutalized somebody. I think the guy was like paralyzed or some shit.
I remember the paralyzer. The way they was talking, it was like, oh, you hurt me and I can't look at you. And I was like, but.
Yeah, she can't look at him because of the fact that he had, you know, paralyzed the black man during.
But I was rolling on where he was like, if I would have told you on our first day, would you still have dated me? And she was like, nah. And he was like, well, I'm glad I didn't tell you. And I'm like,
well, shit, he didn't tell the bitch she was married. He didn't tell the bitch she was kicking ass.
I know. I'm like, I bet. See, now that's how you know he a nigga on the inside because these niggas, they'll skip right past some very vital information and ruin your life for 2-3 years.
Well, I mean, close your legs to marry man because the motherfucker was married from the job. So, like, I think that, you know, Nova is on a real high horse. Like, so the motherfucker being married wasn't a bridge too far, but him, like, getting into a police brutality situation was a bridge too far. Like, I think both of them were bridges too far, but she was able to forgive and forget and go to the whole
shit. I thought him showing up before the storm and having to wait the storm. I thought that was the corniest fucking shit. I think that's probably why I just forgot about it and I really didn't listen to any of the scenes because I'm like, this is so fucking corny. Bro.
I didn't think it was corny.
Come on, that wasn't corny, Reese.
I didn't think it was corny. I liked it.
How? What? Why? How was that needed? What?
Well, I just feel like, you know, it's something that's been hanging over her head with Calvin. You know, she got all these romances, all these great loves. And I just feel like Calvin bounced and like that was it. Like we didn't see a conversation, we didn't see closure. And I thought that the conversation was really good. It really did show Nova's growth in terms of her like standing in it. Like, no, I'm not going to give in to our attraction. I'm not going to give in to, you know, our feelings. Season is not with it.
No, that shit was corny, dog. I would have preferred that Camille showed up at her door or somebody. But I mean, what is his name? What?
Calvin. Calvin.
That was corny, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all can't tell me nothing different. That shit was corny. The whole, I guess the theme of that episode though was like, oh, people are gonna like a storm has been brewing and people have to address what's going. I mean, I get how symbolic it all was, but it was fucking corny. That shit.
Well, I think really it was more so about showing that like Nova is a new person. And I thought it was good for Calvin because I mean, like, as police brutality cases go, like at least it is sympathetic or whatever.
I mean,
like,
what is it called? Jail time? Like he just out.
No, he got off. He didn't. Nothing happened. Like he turned himself in. Nothing happened. So hey on Cookie. I mean, okay. I mean, was it a little cheesy? Yes. Was it corny? No, I will not concede that it was corny. It was a little cheesy. Hey, Karina. Corny.
I can see if he was like, I've been in jail this whole time thinking about you.
But we know he didn't go to jail because when she was smoking weed with her friend or whatever, he talked about how the fact that he didn't go to jail. So we knew that he didn't like nothing happened to him, But at the end of the day, I thought it was cool. Now, S. Murphy says it's Dominic coming back. He's supposed to be coming back.
Wait
He
a
did.
minute now. Now I'm thinking, we seen him at all this season? Like, is he Dominic or is he's not going like Charlie? He's still on the cast?
Dominic did the whole, he was there for the whole rush, run, walk out. What was it called? Run out, the thing at the farm. He was there helping with other shit. Like, he's been there this season. But for whatever reason, yes, I'm sure. I mean, yes, for sure. He's been there this season.
I don't remember him being there.
Because remember, the girl, one of her ex-girlfriends was, giving him a hard time, talking to him. Like, you don't remember that? Reagan Gomez was
that was this season?
That was this season, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was this season.
Okay.
So. But I don't know why, like, he's been gone. Maybe he's on the ring out. Okay, so Murphy says the ring out. But anyways, whatever. I mean, honestly, I feel like this episode, though, is where the facade is going to come down. Like, because it's starting off with Camille. And, just her reaction to like finding out that her dad went to go see Camille and tried to get Camille to talk to Nova. And
so, okay, her and Camille used to date? Like they were an item?
I guess so. They was girlfriend and girlfriend,
because
back in the
day. Billy was like, oh, you had the biggest crush on her. So I thought that it was just that, a crush.
But she also, they've been going back and forth. They said crush, and then they said that, oh, this is your great love or some shit. I don't know with Nova. Nova got bodies. Okay, Nova's got bodies. So, but for whatever reason, it seems like Camille is a divorcee. She's single, ready to mingle. They did the little writing the numbers on the hand, like you ain't got cell phones no more. And they're going to have a conversation. The previews show them linking up or whatever. So I just think that is about to kind of fall down when it comes to Dominic. Aunt Cookie says, why should look her up anyway? That was really Billy instigating the situation, talking about, I follow her on Instagram and just kind of bringing up old shit. I feel like Billy low-key be wanting Nova to go down the fuck shit with her because Billy is not all in with her, not husband.
I don't think it was any intention like that. I think it was one of those, you pushing me trying to fuck this trombone player. What's up with you and Camille?
Exactly. That's not prove my point.
No, that's not mess. That's like that's not messy.
She know that Nova got to do, and she talking about, well, what about boom? That's messy season. You don't think that's messy?
Okay, maybe it is, but I don't think she is cool enough to be messy.
She's definitely
square, nigga.
She's kind of square, but she's messy as
fuck. She's square. Well, she didn't think I'm sure she didn't think nothing to come out of it.
You just giving her the benefit of the doubt because she
was just teasing her. Ooh, okay, look. It was, these last two episodes really didn't give much for the light skins. They had here and they had Billy cussing out Jimmy Dale doing a rehearsal. That's all we got from the light skins. Oh well, no, Darla.
I think so. Darla was.
I be forgetting.
I thought this was. I think this was the revenge of the light skins. Okay. Yes. Between Darla and Billy standing in it and, putting their foot down. Now, one was rehearsal, one was in person. Like, okay, I thought the light skins had a good episode. It was the white women in episode 6. The light skins came back, The
light skins came back swinging, huh?
They came back. And even Camille. Is Camille light skin? I don't know. What you think? Medium?
She may be a little. She likes. I'll give her light.
She kind of light. She a little more light size. So yeah, the light skins was
give her a light skins.
Yeah, the light skins were healing trauma. But we're here for it. We are here for it. Okay. Now, all right. So we got through Billy, Nova starting back down her messy ass road. Micah calls his mom, which we get voicemail like, I just really wish that there was something like I feel like because Charlie is gone, they've really not given us much with Micah. Yes, he did the whole NFT shit, but I just feel like his character is kind of flailing because his biggest connection is not on the screen anymore, and they haven't really done much with him and the main characters. They've tried to have him have his own spinoff thing in terms of like with his art, but when he's around the family, he's super fucking awkward. Like he barely knows how to interact with anybody anymore. So I just felt like that fell flat for me with him calling his mom. But I think that Nicholas Ash acted his ass off in that. Like I did feel his pain, like I did feel his remorse. But talking to a voicemail was kind of like,
womp, I didn't even listen to that scene. What did he say?
He was just like, I know I'm a little late calling and, I'm sorry. And I wasn't thinking about the right things. And it just fell so flat. It just fell so flat for me because not because of him, but just because it just was talking to a voicemail. I mean, MD Terp says Mike was hurting that voicemail. And like I said, I think he did a good job acting, but there's only so much you can do to make it really like have that punch when it's a voicemail. And I just feel like, again, it's times like that where Charlie Donlin Gardner's character is really missing, So I don't know what happened, but I wish I could have negotiated a little bit of something because I just feel like, how do you have her character be part of Micah's arc, but then she's not there to interact with him? I just feel like that was a letdown. But I don't know what's gonna happen, but they're not really grabbing me with it. So, any comment on that?
No, I didn't even listen to the scene. I was like,
now what do you think about him telling Darla about what was going on with Angel? I think that there is a time to snitch, and I definitely think that was one of those times he did the right thing by snitching. What do you think?
I guess. I mean, I didn't think he had to tell her. I think it was gonna come out eventually, but I guess I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
He was scared. I mean, he was scared. Maybe he thought Ralph Angel was going off to find the guy. I don't know. I was checked out on him.
That's true. That's true. Karina says Charlie is definitely missed, but I must say Darla is a standout character for me this season, despite it's at the bottom of the list in terms of rank. I completely agree with you. I think that she's really like, I'm glad that they're giving her more of an arc. I still wish I would have given her just a smidge more on her being a mother to True. Like they did it a little bit last episode with her being with True by herself, but I still feel like so much of her arc is rooted in like kind of her responding to what's happening around her, as opposed to like, her having her own, like, these are my goals and this is what I'm trying to do with my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? But she's still acting her ass off. And let me see. MD Terp said, I agree that Charlie not being in the final season is a big piece of the drama that is missing because she was the power behind so much trying to put the Landrys in their place. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like she's, this is season 7, so to have 6 seasons and the series kind of popped off with her showing up, like cussing Davis the fuck out, like, paying off bitches, like she was that chick, and so for her
to how many more episodes are left? Because they just totally walked away from the whole trying to get the farm back thing. Are they gonna try and buy it back with this money that they getting? What's going on?
I don't know what the fuck is happening with the farm. I don't know. They still kind of are keeping it out there, like maybe something's gonna happen with it, but I don't see how, I don't see where, I don't see nothing. So I don't know, child. But anyway, so let's talk about so Darla in Hollywood. That was a good scene. Where she's again beating herself up for not being worthy of Ralph Angel, and that was a really heartbreaking scene for just how she felt, because I feel like so much of her arc this season has been her finding her value and really her place. And obviously there's still been moments of insecurity, but just for that to just come back, I just felt really bad for her. But of course, Hollywood is always being the patriarch of the family, really came through. Season, what was your reaction to that scene?
Yeah, I was like, girl, you don't deserve Ralph Angel. How, boo? What do you like? He fine, he a good dude or whatever, but come on now, like, is he the cream of the crop? Like, is he the cherry on top? I don't know about that, but I get it. I mean, she does deal with a lot of self doubt and just people believing in her, and but Hollywood, that's a good dude. That was a
He is.
really good dude. I love him. I mean, every family needs a guy like a man like Hollywood in their family, but I was
Yeah.
really like, girl, what is you talking about? Just go find this man and figure out what the fuck you gonna do. Like, we don't got time for this, Darla.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel where she's coming from a little bit, not because like Ralph Angel is like the cream of the crop or anything, but I mean, she did have a like Blue's not his baby, you know what I'm saying? Like so I think that there's always going to be that kind of like stain, not like obviously Blue's a blessing and they accept him, and how the circumstances came about was really fucked up, but I just feel like, you know, I just feel like she is reminded about kind of that trauma. And I think a lot of women who have that kind of trauma would feel inadequate at times. So, but thank God for Hollywood. Karina says 6 seasons and no explanation for Dawn's exit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it could be.
They whatever happened, they keeping that shit under wraps. Cause I've Googled like why isn't she on, and nothing comes up. It's like,
Nothing.
I'm telling you, that own network, they be keeping their shit together, bro. Cause
Yeah,
I
they
don't
must have a
know
hell of
what
fucking
happened.
NDA because that's crazy. But also, like, I don't know. It's just so sad. Like, whatever it is, like, I respect Dawn's agency as a person. You know, she filmed one of the seasons having just suffered a miscarriage. So I don't know. It could be that she just felt like she gave so much and maybe it was just too much for her to go back, or maybe with Darla and the whole plot about her having a kid. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something that I don't want to, I mean, I'm completely speculating now, but I respect her decision, but it's just for the fans. It just sucks that there was just nothing, like we don't have an explanation. She wasn't written off the show. So she's kind of like hanging over there. Karina says this season doesn't feel organic. A lot of things feel forced. I felt that way at the beginning of the season, but I feel like now it's really in a good groove of things. Some of it,
That whole Storm episode was 100% forced, but outside of that, I do feel like it is kind of organic. But that's the come on, man.
okay. I mean, some of it is forced by default of needing to kind of, close loop on things. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to close loop on 7 seasons or 6 seasons worth of shit so that like when it's done, like people won't be like, well, whatever happened with that? And y'all didn't even address this. Like I feel like they're going above and beyond with it most of the time. Like, some of the stuff they've revisited, you wouldn't really need to, like Tran, like what the fuck is she doing? Like nobody even cares. You know what I'm saying? Like, hello. But I think that there's some forced part about it, but yeah. S. Murphy agrees this season feels forced. They should have just paid Charlie. If it was about money, they really should have, but sometimes they can't because, then that creates a whole nother beef with a whole bunch of other people. But I don't know. Anyways, we missed out on Charlie versus Parker this season. Yes, Battle of the Bobs. Okay. Or no, Caesar said light skin meeting of the minds. Jean says I'm waiting to after football to catch up on season 7. Okay then.
No, that's right.
Yeah, a groove at the damn end. Only a couple episodes left. I know, but it's good now. I think it's good. Nobody was harder on Queen Sugar than we were for about 2 or 3 episodes. But I'm with it now. Okay, so Hollywood talks Darla off the ledge a little bit in terms of her doubts. She meets up with Ralph Angel. I did think it was really sweet though when she said, that, you know, all he does is he works and he takes care of his family. And I felt that like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause he was like, oh, well, what does he do? Like, and she was like, that's it. That he just spends time with his family. And I feel like Ralph Angel really doesn't get enough credit for being a solid family man. Like, yes, he's had his share of fuck ups, but like everything he's done has been for his family, to support his family. You know, he could be out there doing ratchet shit with his friends and stuff like that, but he's not, you know. So shout out to Ralph Angel for that, and for Darla for recognizing it. And you know, not only that, he's really trying to he's trying to be like the Charlie was trying to be, like the economic empowerment engine. And now that's Ralph Angel. I think he's doing an amazing job with that. So shout out to Ralph Angel's character. Okay. Anyways, so Darla meets up with Ralph Angel and she's like, what happened? And he was like, you know, I could have killed him. And I like how she said, or you think you're the only one that wanted to kill this motherfucker? Like, I wanted to kill his ass too. But I felt like there were times where that scene was powerful, and there was other times where I felt like it was falling flat for me. What was your reaction to that scene?
I mean, only part I didn't really care for where he was like basically told her like, ain't nobody gonna believe you if you come out against this motherfucker, like the fuck. But I mean, I just thought it was a cool scene. I ain't gonna say it was weird, but you know, Darla, she stood on, she tried to hang in there, but in the end, what she was saying was really like, girl, you ain't got no control over none of this shit. So, and if you could barely handle a few fucking phone calls, how you gonna handle the press and the media coming after your ass for trying to take him down? So I was kind of on Ralph Angel's side, but then when he was like, bro, no one's gonna, you know, believe you, like, hello, then I was like, all right, let's go on and wrap this scene up, bro.
Did he say nobody was gonna believe her?
He was just like, what did he say? He said that. He said
I don't know if he said those exact words, but he was.
He didn't say those exact words, but it was definitely like, come on now, it's gonna be your word against his.
I don't think that it was completely unfair, because that's the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I do think it was fair for him to point out, like, bitch, first of all, you couldn't handle Nova talking about a movie. You couldn't handle, you know, you've been getting harassed and you've been fucking up, like you couldn't come to the.
Maybe they'll make the movie now.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they can just write her shit out. But I think that it was good. I think maybe finally they'll figure out, just tell each other the truth about what the fuck is going on. Like, all this secret shit they be doing don't really be working out. I feel like she should have I think she should have told Ralph Angel, give him the heads up, but thankfully for us, he didn't have the heads up, because he beat the shit out of Chase, which I was very satisfied with.
Yeah.
But what tripped me out is the way that, moving fast forward. Oh, okay. Before I get to that, let me talk about, okay, so Ignacio is back, the boy's father.
Where'd they go?
I guess Ignacio got a place. I don't know. But that was anticlimactic for me. Like, okay,
yeah. So he got out of.
I don't know where he
got a place to stay and came and got his boys and didn't call nobody.
Yeah, well, because they went to a hotel. Cookie said they went to a hotel. Okay.
I was like, what am I missing here? Why the kids got the backpacks on and shit? Don't he need somewhere to stay? Where they going?
That's what I thought. Like, that was what Joaquin was worried about. Like, nigga, we're gonna be homeless. The fuck? I don't know, maybe.
Rushed, forced. Okay, that you can add that to the rushed and forced category.
You can. Okay. Karina, that was forced. S. Murphy, that was forced. Yeah, right. It was that was very much anticlimactic for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're at dinner, they're about to have food, and Ignacio comes in and he whisks the boys off, and it was just like a hug, and then okay, that was it. Okay, that's fine. But MD Terp says, I was sad for Hollywood and Vi losing the boys, but that comes with fostering. I hope Hollywood and Vi foster again. They provide a good, stable home for a loving child. I agree. I think that would be wonderful for them to carry that, you know, that experience forward. And at least it was a happy moment. You know, it ain't like, you know, the situation with wannabe homeworker bitch who, Vi was sponsoring, and she tried to come on to Hollywood, and that's such her ass had to go. At least, this situation was a happy ending for them. And they can still be in the boy's life. They're not going away. They're just not going to have to be living with Vi in Hollywood. So, I mean, all's what it ends well. Like, Ralph Angel and Darla got their own place, out of the situation. The boys are going to be with their father. So, good stuff. It just felt anticlimactic. That's it. Rushed, forced a little bit. But S. Murphy says, I think they will end up fostering. Karina says, I think Darla's rage would have been a motivating factor to go public with it. Yes. So, okay, now we can get back to the final scene. So Darla arranges a meetup with Chase.
That's Blue's daddy. They are the fucking splitting image. They are twins, honey.
Well,
they don't look just alike. They don't look just alike. They don't look. They did that with that casting.
Yeah, that was believable casting. What's crazy to me though is okay, you done already got your ass beat by this woman's husband, and you just walk up in there like, "Hey, Darla, like, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been calling this woman, harassing her, threatening her whole life, and you just walk up in there like, "What up, though?" But I will say, yes, Darla, extort the fuck out of him. That's what I'm talking about. Like, bitch had her paperwork together. She had everything situated. And I love how she said, you've already met my husband. He's here to make sure you don't hurt me. Hollywood is here to make sure that he doesn't hurt you.
No, that part was cold.
I love that shit. That shit was some mob shit. Like, yes. Hire some help. What the drag said. Sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. It was definitely giving me mob ties. Okay. But and I like how Vi said, I'm the wild card here. You never know what you're gonna get out of me. That was gangster. That was some gangster ass shit. And so she had her little paperwork. She was like, okay, first of all, sign over to parental rights. He was like, gladly. Like, you're a fucking asshole. But okay, cool. That was that. And then she said, sign over the restraining order. He was like, no courts. Okay. Then she sat up there and extorted $3 million off this motherfucker. I was like, okay, yes, I'm here for that. Get paid for the co-op, right? I mean, that was genius to me. And so it makes you kind of wonder, like, how much money does he have, But
that's what I was confused, because when she was talking about, okay, I want $250, then I want $25 a month, I was like, how much money this man got? And if he ain't got it, this bitch gonna get caught for blackmail.
Well, that's what happens when, you rape motherfuckers. You got to pay them bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, okay.
Sometimes you get off with a civil suit. I think he kind of got off easy or whatever. But it also goes to show just how powerful, he wanted to steal her power, and he wanted to make her feel like he holds all the cards. But it just goes to show how she was holding the cards all along. You know what I'm saying? Like, you the one who has everything to lose. I don't have nothing to lose. Like, I'm just a country bumpkin ass bitch living in a fucking rental, okay, duplex with my husband. We barely got a farm. Like, you the one who's rich and trying to be somebody. So go ahead and sign this paperwork. Give me these coins and go on about your motherfucking raggedy ass life. You ain't got to worry about me again, okay? But I don't know why she wasn't recording all these fucking conversations all along, okay? That's what she should have been doing. But she got the shit on tape, which was great. And he kind of just was like, all right, I'm just gonna pay it off. Ultimately, what he wanted to do was dead the situation. And I think that was accomplished. I mean, what do you guys think in the comments? Do you think that, like, was that satisfying? I don't know. For me, it was satisfying because I'm like, yeah, hit the motherfucker in his pockets. But what do you think, Season? Like, I'm just curious. No, of course.
I kind of wasn't feeling the whole extortion thing. I think if it would have been like a one-time payment, okay. But it didn't feel on brand for Darla to me, for her to extort him. And it really didn't feel on brand for anybody to have recommended that to her. Like, maybe if Charlie was involved, or like to me that was real Landry-ish, like, but I get it, but I also feel like that's something that Ralph Angel wouldn't have been comfortable with. Like, yeah, this dude that raped my wife is, like basically funding my whole operation. It just didn't sit right. I mean, I think if they, I don't know. I just didn't like the money going to the co-op. I didn't, or just the sheer amount of it was just really off brand for me. But like you said, if you out here raping bitches, you need to pay up. But it just was, to me, it's just really, really off brand for Darla, for Hollywood, for Aunt Vi. Like, it was just weird. It was definitely a weird story turn of events for me.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Now that was definitely on brand for Charlie because Charlie knows how to
Yeah.
pay off a motherfucker. So maybe Darla took notes from Blessings in Blood or working with Charlie or something like that. Maybe a trust fund for Blue would have made more sense as
Yeah.
opposed to,
Yeah.
the co-op.
I just
That's a
can't see
really
Ralph Angel wanting that money.
yeah,
And I can't
yeah,
see
yeah.
anyone who was involved giving her that advice. I just don't get that. Like, how do you go from wanting to be 100% left alone, no one knows about this, shaking like booty meat whenever you see your phone ringing, okay, hand me $3 million, motherfucker, or you gonna get your head bashed in and I'm gonna go to the motherfucking media? Like, it was just weird. It was weird. It was forced.
Forced. Okay. Okay. MD Terp says
I ain't
I was
mad at it though.
I would say that I would have had they had to see my rapey face a little longer because I don't sign anything without reading it line by line. He could have been signing a confession, okay. But the reality is they only got so much time for the scene. It's fictional, so yeah, okay. Brooklyn 411 said that smile Chase had he had when he walked in, like he just was like feeling like he had the upper hand. But anytime says that scene was satisfying, it was a way to make sure he can't swing back the car around or starts a mess. Darla thought long term I was here for it. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the in perpetuity or the kind of the time was it 10 years or however long? Maybe that was
25K a month for 10 years.
10 years. Okay. Yeah. Maybe that was just a way of saying like don't come around here fucking with me. Like, don't come around here fucking with me. Don't come around here fucking with my child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stay the fuck away. But Karina says you have a great point. They're gonna use that money to get the farm back. Well, they're only getting 250 up front. So that's not really a lot to get the farm back.
Not for them damn Landrys. Them Landrys could be like, we want $5 million.
I mean, because what do they pay? They pay 600 for per Corinthians shit or whatever the situation may be.
50 ain't hitting on shit.
That ain't gonna do nothing. That ain't gonna do nothing. Brooklyn says she learned from Charlie. That was season 1. Yeah, like, and see, that's where to me, Charlie again is missing. I hate to bring it back, but you know what I'm saying? Like that, you're right, season. That just didn't make sense in terms of like which one of them is that mastermind? None of them.
None of them were even remotely like no. But hey, nice try.
But hey, way to turn lemons into lemonade. I don't know. Reparations.
Let's get this right money and get the farm back. Like, I don't know. But you can't put a price on, your dignity, your safety, your peace of mind. I was just like, it was kind of weird. It was weird.
I just think maybe what it is that violence only lasts so long. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain people, like, and I don't want to stereotype, but I'm a stereotype. Like, white people, like, if you punch a white boy in the face, give him a black eye, it's funny to him. He gonna be like,
gonna go to work the next day bragging about the shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't necessarily deter everybody with violence. Maybe in that moment you can get them the fuck out your face, but like realistically speaking, you need something. And I feel like the money is self-incriminating, right? Because why are you giving this woman money? And it's kind of like an acknowledgement, like, you know, what you did. I know what you did last summer. And, you know, so there's some degree of like, not atonement, but like acknowledgement that like you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is my reparation. So I don't know. Was it sleazy? Yeah. No, I won't call it sleazy. But it wasn't necessarily in the brand of Darla or St. Joe's. Now, who's Parker? If Parker was the homegirl, that's some Parker shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's some Parker shit. I might even get at you, Charlie.
Charlie or Parker would have made sense for that. You know what I'm saying? But Charlie can't be extorting niggas and running for Congress at the same time. So okay, you know. But I don't know. But I will say, for the sake of Darla,
that was a win for her. A win is a win.
That was a win. I think she felt validated. She felt seen. She felt like, you know, I went through this, but it's going to have purpose. You know, obviously she has blue out of it. So I don't know. Like you said, season 9 makes you think about it a little bit different, but I still think overall the scene was powerful. And I'm just happy that Darla can like hopefully close the chapter a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we've kind of like put that, I don't want to say put it to bed in an insensitive way. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying in terms of the plot of Chase, I think it's kind of put to bed at this point.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right. That's it. That's all we got.
I thought we would have way more to talk about with 2 episodes, but I didn't like the Storm episode. It was just okay. It was cool, I guess.
I love the Storm episode. It was slow. It didn't have a lot going on. This episode didn't have a lot going on either, but I thought it was well acted. But honestly, like, so according to IMDb, there are 13 episodes in total. Like, I don't know what they have left because
there's 5 more episodes.
Yeah, I don't know what you have for 5 more episodes. I don't know, but okay. That seems long for me.
Is there going to be like a break, like a winter break or something? Like, can we get?
It said 2022. I hope they take off Election Day because that's a pretty big day. I don't know, but I don't know how much more they have to cover. And so 5 episodes seems long for me, but I'm going to watch them, obviously. But yeah.
I don't think they're taking off Election Day because I looked up how many episodes in it. Wait, Election Day is next Tuesday, right?
No, Election Day is the 8th of November 8th.
Yeah. Why is it not on a Tuesday?
It is on it's on a Tuesday, Tuesday, November 8th.
Oh, it's not the first Tuesday.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be the first Tuesday, but apparently it's not. I don't know. Shit.
Okay. Maybe.
Yeah. Karina says, how do you think the season will end? I mean,
5 fucking episodes left? It's too early. It's too early to guess.
That's a lot. That's a whole lot to go. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else there is. Like, what else? I mean, Micah continues to sell NFTs. I don't know. Hollywood and Vibe. Maybe they adopt a baby. Nova figures out who the hell she want to be with. Billy, maybe she goes back to her husband.
I think Billy going back to her husband. I will say that. I think we're gonna have a death. I think somebody gonna die.
Oh, who are you trying to kill off? I don't think nobody else gonna die.
Okay, I think someone's gonna die.
Oh wait, Prosper and
his new wife. Wait, I thought they got married. No,
they haven't got married yet.
To her, they haven't. And they had the little bachelorette thing. Okay.
So that'll probably be the finale. Their wedding.
Okay, so we're gonna have a death and a wedding.
I don't think they're gonna have a death. I think they're gonna have a wedding.
So Aunt Cookie said they're gonna get the farm back. How is that gonna happen? I just don't see that happening.
S. Murphy says Election Day has to be after the first Monday. That makes sense. So November 1st is a Tuesday, but you have to have a Monday in November.
They just be making shit up. This America, they can do whatever they want to do. They little rules.
I was worried. Many churches, I was worried that something was going to happen to Prosper and Sandy. I thought they was going to kill our Prosper with COVID, but since they didn't, I think they're going to get married and live happily ever after.
Okay, so they might not have a funeral. I think they're gonna have a funeral. It's gonna be a wedding and a funeral. I don't know. 5 fucking if
that's a lot.
If there was only two episodes left, maybe Nova and Dominic gonna get married, or maybe she gonna find out she pregnant.
Nah, I don't see that.
This a nigga show. Okay, you gotta have a funeral, a wedding, a fucking pregnancy.
But this is Queen Sugar. We don't have all of those things in one season.
They had it last season.
Who got married last season?
Darla and Ralph.
They got married the season before that.
Same shit, dog. Same thing. What's the difference?
RBE said the only funeral I want to see is Sam Landry.
See, it's a possibility. See, it's gonna be a funeral, a wedding, and a baby.
Karina says, I'm ambivalent about Florida for this election, but reveling how you lit up DeSantis' ass in your book. I heard your voice in my head while reading. Thank you. Which one was it? Was it the radical Republicans or was it must watch racists? I lit his ass up twice. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I've been doing such a terrible job of promoting my books. But, yeah.
See, Karina said it. I know we're getting married. I can't look, y'all mark a wedding, a funeral, and a baby. Okay.
No, Karina was disagreeing with you. She said,
I know, but it might happen. Like anything can happen in 5 episodes.
Well, 5 episodes is a long time. I think Prosper and Sandy is going to be the wedding. Never mind. See, if Charlie and Davis were on the show, then they could get married. But that ain't happening.
Maybe they'll have like a little stand-in, I don't know. Girl, this show. Oh.
I know. All right. Well, we don't know what's gonna happen because it's still hella ways to go.
It's kind of early. Ooh, golly. We still got 5 more episodes.
5 more episodes is a lot. I don't know if IMDb is correct. That seems like a lot. But they haven't. But you know what? They would have said only 2 episodes left. If it was
someone earlier said we usually get 10 to 13 episodes a season.
But I checked IMDb and it says 13 episodes. And if it was only 2 episodes left, the previews would have said only 2 episodes left, and it hasn't said this. I don't know.
Yeah.
But at any rate, it's been fun, y'all. We can just keep shooting shit and talking shit, and
for real, Karina, I'm like,
she said I'm kind of ready for this shit.
5 more weeks of this shit.
But I will say the reason why I'm kind of ready is because I feel like they've done a really good job of like closing out a lot of the
what more is there to wrap? I get the only shit left to wrap up is like basically Micah gonna lead a firm and probably go to some kind of Black conscious firm or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Nova gonna decide if she want to be with Camille or Dominic. I think Dominic ain't coming back. I'm with Esmer. He must his contract must be up. So she gonna find out what's gonna happen with them. Prosper and Sandy gonna get married. Billy going back to her husband. I agree with someone who said that Vi and Hollywood probably gonna adopt a baby. The co-op gonna blow up. The mill, they gonna figure something out with that. I mean, it's really not 5 episodes worth of material left.
I'm not getting 5 episodes either out of what's left, but maybe they'll do some time jumps or something like that. You know, I don't know.
We finna see. Maybe we need to do it every other episode.
No. We'll be back next week, y'all. We're gonna be back next
week. Be back next week.
And we will see y'all next week. Okay. Responding to whatever the situation may. I don't know. The only thing I remember from the preview was Nova and Camille, which I'm like, wow.
Nobody wants to see that shit, dog.
I'm literally not interested at all.
No, at all. Okay, so
that's on that recall from the preview. So we will see y'all. Thank y'all for coming and joining us, even though we started late. We're just figuring this stuff out. But I will say, to be clear, I thought this was a great 2 episodes. I thought it was a great 2 episodes.
One episode.
I thought it was a great 2 episodes. Season thought it was a great 1 episode. I am loving Queen Sugar this season now over the past 4 episodes, but it just seemed like, damn, we got 3, 4, 5 episodes. Woo! Anyways, happy Halloween.
Yay!
Season is the most you guys might not guess it because she be talking mad shit, but Season is literally the most festive person you will ever meet about every single holiday. Like every holiday. Halloween is one of them as well. So yes. Anyways, all right. We will see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.